Okay, Pisces, let's get started. I gotta get my little. These are so cute. They're little Palo Santo matches, right? Holy Spirit, thank you so much for Pisces. Thank you for the opportunity to be here and deliver a message. I ask that you would fill each person's heart and mind with peace, love, healing, hope, whatever they need to be able to step forward in confidence on their journey or not move. I mean, sometimes inaction is action, right? So I just ask that you fill each person watching right now with your supernatural peace and your love. I bind any negative energy, anything that exalts itself against the truth of who you are, Holy Spirit. We bind anything rooted in fear, any confusion, doubt, anger, anything not born from love, we bind. And I loose your peace, your love, your joy flow through every viewer's body, soul, spirit, heart, mind, will, and emotions. Thank you. All right, Pisces, let's see what we got. What do we got? Oh my goodness. Ooh, the elk and ash. I haven't seen this card in a while. The elk and ash for strength. It is upside down, so there will be a specific message that way. Higher self, I surrender to you. Oof. We listen. Matches the booklet. Cute. And finally, we'll get one of these cards. Pisces. Message for Pisces right now. Unplugging. This makes me want to fly to Costa Rica. Sorry, I'm just getting over being sick. So I'm trying to stay hydrated. All right, let's take a look at our first messages here. We have the elk and ash for strength. Looks like that's Roman numeral 8. If 8 is important to you, take note. All right, elk are colossal creatures crowned with substantial antlers. Known to cover great distances over difficult terrain, they are symbols of strength and endurance. Likewise, ash trees are sturdy and resolute, able to flourish even in harsh environments. All right, and your message is this. You may feel overwhelmed in the face of a challenge that seems impossible to overcome. Call on the spirit of the elk and ash. Ask to be reminded of your own strength. All right, because the elk is super strong, has substantial antlers, and they're known to cover great distances under difficult terrain and have endurance, and they can go and go and go. And ash trees are sturdy, resolute, and they flourish even in harshest environments. So you have everything that it takes to flourish. You have everything that it takes to overcome whatever obstacle you're facing right now. You can do hard things. It says, am I prepared to face upcoming challenges? How does inner strength differ from outer strength, and what situations call for each? Interesting. And then we have listen with the number 6. Mindfulness, sensitivity, empathy. This young woman with closed eyes and a knowing smile is rooted in the earth. Her hair has transformed into the roots of the plants above her. You can tell the woman is aware of her surroundings. She is connected to the voice of nature. She can listen to the growing plants beneath the ground. She is an integral part of her world. She understands the sorrows and worries of the environment. She also knows the songs of nature's pleasures. So she's seen it all. She knows the good, she knows the bad, she knows the sorrow, she knows the joy. and she's connected. She's an integral part of nature, of all of it. So, I often say growth demands darkness, right? A seed is buried in the earth. It's buried under pressure and darkness and isolation, and it has to push its way forward through the pain, through the sorrow, through the grief, through every circumstance that feels impossible. You've got to push yourself through, and eventually you're going to burst forth into the sunlight and emerge with a whole new identity, emerge stronger, emerge with beautiful flowering leaves and petals. Like, I promise you, once you get on the other side of whatever this challenge is, you're going to be so incredibly grateful and happy. You won't even recognize yourself, and that's a good thing. We also have unplugging here. Higher self, I surrender to you. Okay, it's in the category of overcoming. Wow, these cards amaze me every single time. Resilience, the power of overcoming. My own personal definition for resilience: taking on the strength of that which we overcome. So before the challenge, you didn't have that strength. After the challenge, now you have that tool added to your arsenal. You have that extra strength, whereas you didn't have it before. A friend of mine, we were talking the other day, and she was feeling, down and out and wishing to be her old self and feeling weak in the moment. And I'm like, no, you don't want to be your old self, because your old self didn't have the muscles yet that are required for the new you that's coming. And it's hard to see the new that's coming when you're buried in the darkness. But I hope that my words encouraged her to keep going and to keep pressing through, because eventually she's going to come through the other side of that sadness and that grief and be so amazing and be so strong, and she'll never look back. She'll never wish for the old version of herself again, because the old version of herself were grateful for her, but she didn't have the particular set of tools to withstand the pressures of something, of an obstacle or a situation. But now, once you overcome that, you acquire that strength, you acquire that specific skill set. So in the future, anytime you're presented with that challenge, hopefully you don't have to relearn that lesson again. And you tap into your own strength, your own knowledge, your own database of solutions for that, Wow, that's crazy how this is the power of overcoming. We're talking about overcoming, knowing sorrow, knowing joy. And the joy that you experience is commensurate to the pain that you suffer through, right? Like, great joy, great growth, great isolation, great darkness, great struggle. So it's match for match, right? Resilience, power of overcoming. Let me read that to you really quick. If I can find it. Okay. Oh, I'm looking for resilience. It's unplugging. That's so funny. It's in the category of resilience. Unplugging. Unplugging is intentionally disconnecting from our daily patterns to create space to recharge and reflect. Creating space away from the constant stimulation and distractions of life is a radical choice, especially in an age where the digital world beckons us back again and again and again. Unplugging supports reconnecting with ourselves, loved ones, and the natural world. When we haven't rested, our attention gets more scattered. We multitask or get caught up in unimportant things, and we're more prone to burnout and depression. Our phones, notifications, and constant work hustle provoke frequent interruptions that leave us mentally jumping around, unaware of what's happening in the moment. Unplugging allows us to break habits that aren't serving us. Focusing on our embodied, physical reality can leave us more focused and productive, as well as happier and more connected. Okay, so maybe this is the solution to somebody out there watching this video needing to overcome a specific situation. Here's the answer built in to the struggle. unplug, disconnect, step aside, go into hermit mode, activate hermit mode. Seriously, like shut the world out, disconnect from everybody and anything, good or bad, doesn't matter. Just shut it all out so that you can get into a space of complete silence and reflection. You know, I mean, even if you want to hop on a plane and go somewhere and do that, that would be nice, right? I mean, not all of us have, that option, but you can shut your phone off. You can lock your front door, shut your phone off, hermit up, hole up in your home for a couple days, nourish your body, drink some tea, high, nutrient dense foods going in, listen to some solfeggio tones, and just really get to a place of quiet and solitude where you can recharge, disconnect, and I bet you the solution will just come to you for whatever this is, because you have the strength within you. You just have to tap in and access it. Present, energized, connected. When underexpressed, addicted, distracted. When overused, detached, missing information, avoidant. Now, shutting the world out for the purpose of going within is different than dissociating, Yeah, wow. Excuse me, I need a drink of water. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Let's get a couple tea leaves. Just a couple tea leaves for Pisces right now. And I'm hearing that's good. Well, actually, no, I want this card. I like it when there's other colors. Ant. Work. Achievement. Success. Yes, success. Work. Ants have to work hard. In fact, some obstacles, they even build a bridge out of their grouped together bodies. Like any challenge you need to overcome, you have good luck, you have success with hard work. Oh my gosh, the caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. I love that. And then we have love. What? Love is in the air. So let's pull some love cards since love just showed its face. Is that a fly? What is going on? I don't know if that's hold on. I'm curious. I think that's a spider. Gross. It's okay. I'm not going to kill you, little guy. We can coexist. Little tiny spider. All right. Love is in the air. We have any clue here for my Pisces who's watching? Anything about love? Cycle, fate, karma, ending and something beginning. Things will not always be this way. Something ending, something beginning. Any other clues for love here? Let's tap into these romance angels. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Still not convinced. I'm still not convinced. Let's get one more love card for my Pisces viewing right now. It says cycles, fate, karma, something ending, something beginning with love. This card wanted to. Oh my gosh. Manifest your soulmate? What? Light a pink candle while you visualize your soulmate. Prayers and wishes are very important for you right now. This card also indicates that your manifestations will come into your reality soon. So incoming soulmate. Something's ending. Maybe it's this caterpillar vibe that's encouraging you that a change is coming. Things aren't always going to be this way. All right, we'll take it. And in that case, since I got a couple soulmate cards, we'll use my little soulmate deck. All right. Any soulmate messages for my Pisces? 2. It says, if it'll focus, from a physical perspective, some relationships may seem less than perfect. Yet from a higher perspective, all relationships are sacred, for they each help us to grow in love and wisdom. So true. Even the ones that are painful, even the ones that are toxic, you learn your lessons and you grow from it. You gain that muscle, right? That resilience we're talking about. And then we have this one. Oh my gosh. Somebody's getting a soulmate coming in. Your soulmate's love surrounds you this very moment. Stop and feel it. Unconditional love glowing through the eternal flame of oneness. A spiritual union of two souls radiating light for the entire world to feel. Wow. And on the bottom of the deck, we have life is a cycle of changing seasons. Remember, we got the cycles card right here. Life is a cycle of changing seasons. Let us welcome each new season and surrender the past with grace. Let us remember that nothing is ever lost, for all exists eternally within our heart. So there's someone here, someone watching that needs to let go of a past person, a lesson, something that had to end in order to bring in something new, something you can't even fathom, something you can't even imagine, because like a caterpillar, they can't imagine what the view's like from up high once it turns into a butterfly. They've never been a butterfly before. That's a whole new world. That's a whole new cycle for them. This cycle only knows low vibing stuff. Everything's about to change. You're about to not cycle down the toilet drain. You're about to cycle upwards and out into a whole new level, ascending to a higher level of frequency, because you're learning your lessons. You're growing higher through it, through these cycles. You're spinning around, you're learning, you're rising, you're learning, you're rising, as opposed to never learning a lesson and going around in a loop, being stuck in a loop. So somebody is cycling upwards towards love, towards a soulmate connection. There is also some kind of good luck, hard work, bringing achievement, success as far as overcoming some sort of obstacle here. Great. Now I would like to tap into the tarot card reading. And I don't know why I'm drawn to this deck. I don't particularly enjoy this deck, but this is what I'm drawn to for the moment. So Pisces. Spirit, show me what we need to know in the past for my Pisces viewing. I like the decks that flip out easy, Okay, so the past. Hangman in reverse. I sure know this card. This is my narcissist card. It's not necessarily, but for me, that's what I associate with it. This actually can represent negative patterns, no solution. So maybe something's being highlighted in the past for you where you were going around and around and around and around, stuck in a fucking loop. No solution, negative pattern. You're like, why? I don't want to learn anymore. I don't want to learn any more lessons. I've already learned them. But your energy was stuck. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. What is this? I don't know. It looks like some kind of Greek goddess. If anybody knows what that is, what that represents, that image, let me know. Anyway, there's feminine energy here. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So someone in their shadow, operating from their shadow. Obsessed, smothering, emotionally dependent, neglectful of self, maybe even image-driven. There's some kind of negative pattern. They've been stuck in a loop. Well, I'm sorry, this is past. This represents the past. So someone is either coming out of this energy, or this is highlighting something in the past that you can relate to as you're watching. And 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So divorce, separation, an ending of some kind of high commitment, long term relationship, or financial disputes, or a sense of general loss, or family feud, separation. I think, given the Queen of Pentacles here in reverse, I think this is referencing relationships, somebody's marriage, somebody's relationship with another. Just something super toxic that finally ended. Now, the question is, did your energy shift? Were you able to shift out of the shadow aspects of being completely emotionally dependent on someone who couldn't give to you because you couldn't give to yourself? And unfortunately, I'm not blaming you, but like, we have to take accountability for our own behavior, for our own energy. But there was a loop here. Someone was stuck in a loop, and it resulted in an ending, something relational ending. And that coincides with this cycle here of something ending, something new beginning. Now you're being called to tap into your strength. But we're going to go ahead and go on with the tarot card reading. Show me the horizon, please, for my Pisces. Whew. Quite a bit here. Higher self, I surrender to you. Mm-hmm. That song's stuck in my head. My friend creates music, like remixes it, and I post it on Instagram I pull a card of the day and I'll post it on Instagram and to music. I had that song. I really liked it. What do we have here? So coming on the horizon, what is this? Oh, see, I knew it. There's a narcissist in somebody's field, somebody's energetic field. Holy moly. And it's causing delay in your life. Somebody keeps reeling you back in for this loop that you don't want to get, these negative patterns, this low vibing energy of feeling insecure and unworthy and dependent, kind of like the person is the cause of your pain, but they're also the solution, the cure. It's like you need a quick fix. But they're definitely trying to come back around. And you need rest, relaxation. You need mental peace. This is a card of mental peace. And you need to end that cycle so that you can usher in the real deal. This is just a counterfeit. It's not real love. But Knight of Wands in reverse, very cocky, never owning anything of their own, just blaming on others, very hot-headed, full of themselves, player energy here. And we have the Seven of Wands here, this need to defend yourself against this. You need to defend yourself against that energy because it's just going to delay you and hold you back and create a dead end. This is Eight of Pentacles in reverse, lack of quality, dead ends, arrogance. Yeah. So coming up in the future, I see in the near future a need for you to shut this down. Shut it down, end it, and know that love is coming. You can't be in receival mode for something better if you're clutching onto the past. If my hand was full of a handful of pennies, I wouldn't be able to receive a wad of hundreds somebody was trying to hand me because I would be afraid of losing and be grasping for pennies instead of just letting those go and trusting that better or more was coming. And you need to trust that with hard work you can heal these wounds and move forward and find mental peace. What else for my Pisces? Bridging energy? Or how about obstacle? Show me the obstacle. Whoa. You're idealizing this. You are idealizing this person. That's why you're stuck in a loop with them. So It's like oil and water with your heart and your mind, right? Like logically, which way is it? Would it be your heart? I don't know. Part of you in one breath, you're like, I know this is toxic. I know this isn't real. But then you're like, but wait, it was real. They said this, they did this. So yeah, your heart knows the truth, and your mind is playing tricks on you because they've been given access to your mind and your thoughts, and they've fucked you over. Yeah, the Empress in reverse. This is very codependent energy. She went from a place of strength and authority to giving her power away to someone who didn't even earn it, to someone who just gave her lip service, who just told her what she wanted to hear and made her feel holes in her heart that she didn't even know were there, and then became the solution to that pain, you know? And for some reason, you idealized it. You idealized this trickster, this person, this low vibing energy. And this is in the challenge position for you. So, your challenge is to realize the truth, emotionally detach, become emotionally independent, and take your power back as an empress, full of fertility, the goddess of beauty and love and light and nurturing all things. Like the divine feminine energy, that you have, that you are. But you've got to bring yourself back down to earth and get your head out of the clouds and quit idealizing this person. This narcissist from the past, that's not a real man or woman, or that's a selfish human being who hates themselves to their core, to the core of who they are. They are a fraud. They cannot love you because they cannot love themselves. To know thyself, to love thyself is to know thyself. To know thyself is to love thyself. I don't know which came first, but how can you love someone else if you can't love yourself, or if you don't even know yourself, if you're not even owning your own shit? This kind of person can't even take accountability for leaving the toilet seat up. They lie and say, oh, that was the cat. I don't know. I'm just, the words that come out of my mouth. I don't even have a cat, so I don't know. Can cats leave toilet seats up? But you know what I mean? Like something so obvious and they lie about it. I'll give you a personal example. I dated a guy once, and 4 years in, he shows up in my house. I'm at work bartending. I come home at like 4 in the morning to all his shit everywhere. He moved in without asking me. Like literally, like single mom, 3 kids. He just moves in. I love you. I mean, mind you, I thought we'd been dating exclusively. He wasn't on his. My love was real. His was not. But yeah, all of a sudden he magically, my Delulu is like, oh, he loves me. One day he'll wake up and realize it. And he apparently woke up and realized he loved me and moved in. The real truth, the reality that I later found out, is that his other girlfriend that I didn't know he had while he was exclusively dating me and loving my kids like his own, she kicked him out. Although I'd been to his apartment multiple times. Like, it was such a deep, the layers of lies. I know I seem stupid for, like, it sounds stupid coming out of my mouth, but trust me when I say, like, I was so tricked. People would come up to us in public and be like, I love your love. Can I just say, I don't know you guys, but I love your love. He had everyone so fooled. So even me, like, seriously fooled. Anyway, he moves in with all his shit. And where am I getting at? Oh, and talks me into quitting my job, which I've always been like, I take care of me. Nobody takes care of me but me. But it's like, no, we're getting married. I love you. I can't believe you've stuck by my side 3 years, blah blah blah, 3 or 4 years, whatever. So I fucking listen to him. I fall for all the idealization of like, you should be a stay-at-home mom and just take care of the kids and cook dinner and do all the domestic stuff, and I'll provide. And I'm a sucker for that stuff. I know, but I love traditional roles, and I fell for it. And then while I was at home cooking and cleaning and whatever, being creative, doing like being a little playing house, I find cleaning our bedroom, I find ticket stubs, parking tickets downtown Portland. Like, you have to get these little like paper parking stubs that you put in your windshield. Like, oh, I know, I was doing his laundry and they came out of his pocket. That's what it was. Movie tickets and parking, like when he would be at work. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I asked him, like, when did you go see this movie? You know, like with who? I wasn't accusing him like, you're a cheater. It wasn't, my mind didn't go there because I didn't think like that. I trusted him. He's like, oh, yeah, you know, when I'm at work and I'm picking up garbage off the floor, I just put it in my pocket. My dumbass believed him, which is fine. It's like, it caused me, that whole experience was very painful, but it caused me to really like grow out of that naive caterpillar suit I had been in for so long. I'm no longer a caterpillar. I no longer see things so innocently like that with when it comes to relationships. However, the old me believed it because I was in la la land, and I didn't want to believe reality because then that would mean that I would lose him, and I was so dependent on him for validation and love and purpose, when really I needed to learn to love myself and know myself. If I really knew myself, I would have loved myself because I'm pretty fucking awesome. I'm going to say it right now. I'm my biggest fan. I'm pretty awesome. So if I love myself, then I'm not so dependent on someone else that I'm blind to their lies, you know? So that's your mountain to overcome, is to see the truth and to take your power back and step into the goddess energy, embody her, be her, believe it. If you don't believe it, look yourself in the mirror every morning and say, good job. I'm proud of you. You got out of bed today. You know what? That was really kind of you, what you said to that person. That was really nice of you to let the person in the grocery store go ahead. Whatever. Point out your strengths and say them out loud so that your brain hears you. Because your brain doesn't know the difference between fact or fiction. I mean, I'm not saying lie about how wonderful you are, but like, say it out loud. Why not say it out loud? You got to counteract the negative tape on repeat in your head. So you have an upper hand if you say it out loud, because then you're tricking your reticular activating system in your brain into silencing the negative self-talk and changing the narrative from, oh, I need love. No one loves me. No one else is going to love me. This is my only chance at love. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do if I lose this person? Stop. And put your hand on your heart and tell your little you, I know you're scared. I know you don't feel loved, but I have you. I'm holding your hand, and we're going to get through this, and I love you. It's just your younger little you at some point in life that didn't get the love that they so deserved as a little child. That person needs reassurance and needs to know that you haven't abandoned them. That's your challenge. Now, your outcome, we're going to find. And I always like to peek at the bottom of the deck. We have the sun. We have the sun at the bottom of the deck. This represents success, happiness, fertility, joy. This ends, you get a happy ending. That tells me you're well on your way to finding mental peace, breaking away, getting into that hermit mode, that cocoon mode, so that you can cut off, get into that cocoon mode, unplug from everybody, get alone, go within, do the darkness thing, because great growth requires darkness. Growth requires being buried in the dark as a seed that gets to push and fight its way out to the light, just like a caterpillar has to fight. It literally like melts down into DNA and then rebuilds itself in darkness and emerges into the light as a new, magnificent, stronger, resilient creature with a whole new reality that it gets to live, soaring high above the lower level shit that it used to exist in. And I know that you're going to be successful in this. I know it. And underneath that success is the 10 of Wands. This tells me that it's the end of a long, burdensome journey. It's the end. You're coming to the end. You just have a few more steps to take. You're right there. You're right at the doorway of breakthrough. That's where the pressure comes the most, is right when you're about to walk through that door, right when you're about to burst through into new territory. Just push. One more push and you're there. Do what you need to do to disconnect. Let go of the old. Put yourself into a place where you have mental peace. You can disconnect from this person. It's going to require radical disconnection. It's not being unloving. Okay? It's not being unloving. When someone is this dangerous, you have to cut them off. You have to ignore. You can't give any energy, not even dry one-word responses. Give them nothing. It's too dangerous. Maybe in the future, you can go back and revisit that. Not really, but if that's what you need to tell yourself to get through it, or just tell yourself just today, I'm not going to engage with this person. Because you might still be idealizing them as true love or a soulmate, whatever. It was a fucking counterfeit. That's not the soulmate. It's your karmic. And there's something that needs to be learned. And if you don't learn it, the universe is going to repackage that lesson up in a different body and serve it to you all over again until you fucking get it. Sorry for cussing. Not really. I love to cuss. So learn that lesson. And if you think you've learned the lesson, then show yourself that you've learned the lesson. Show that little you inside that you haven't abandoned them. You, not this person. Show little you haven't abandoned yourself. Side with them, hold their hand, and walk forward away from this pain towards something real. You have real, true love here on the other side of this pain, on the other side of this mountain that you're going to overcome. How? By unplugging, by disconnecting, by emotionally disconnecting, energetically disconnecting, physically disconnecting, verbally disconnecting, disconnection on every level. Cut those cords. Get out your spiritual scissors. Cut those cords. Protect your heart, protect your mind, protect your energy, and heal. Get to a place where you can heal and take your power back. Take your power back because you have so much good trying to come through. You have good luck. You have success with hard work. Life is cycles. This cycle is ending, right? The dark heaviness is ending and you are about to emerge into the sunlight, the sun card. And you know what the sunflowers do? They turn their face towards the sun to soak up all those good, feel-good vibes and energy and rays. Literally all those DNA codes from the sun. It soaks them up. And when darkness falls, that sunflower's head turns and tilts towards all the other vegetation and plants around that didn't get the sun. And it transfers the energy to those plants who didn't have access to the sun. So you get to not only survive this, you get to push through this darkness, come out the other end to absorb all the sun and the goodness and the hope, all the hope, and then you get to turn around and pour it out onto others who you find that find themselves in situations like you've walked through, and you get to be the hope dealer. You get to be the one to tell them it gets better on the other side. I promise. Just push through. Push through. All right, Pisces. I love you. It gets so, so good. Let's do one final message. I love to close out with this little honeycomb deck. Pisces, my Pisces, we have one final message for Pisces. Oh my gosh. How perfect is that? I love that. This is the perfect message for anyone going through this situation or something similar. Worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy of being protected. You are worthy of being seen and cherished. You are worthy of being loved. You are worthy of being held. You are worthy of mental peace. You're worthy of healing, of relaxing. You are worthy of being able to disconnect and find yourself again, and you're worthy of taking your power back and yielding that authority. As a woman, as a person of strength and beauty and creation, femininity, happiness, joy, you are worthy of living a life bursting full of joy. You know, I have this decoration over here. My daughter gave this to me on Mother's Day, but it was like a pop-up card. We'll put this sunflower here to remind you. You are worthy of all good things. I'm going to read to you what this card, the author of this ladybug. Hold on one sec. There's an unknown quote. It says, "Your mistakes of yesterday don't define who you are today." As humans, we move through periods of low self-worth, right? We have cycles. We got this caterpillar. It's easy to believe that you are not worthy, that you do not possess enough skill or knowledge, or that someone else is more deserving. The reality is that worth can neither be given nor can it be stripped away. Self-worth does not always come naturally. No. Some effort is required in order to see positive results. And you have that. You have it here somewhere, right here. Work, achievement, success. You got this. Perfection is an illusion. Every human is fallible and capable of making errors in judgment. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the errors that you made in trusting this person who hurt you, who didn't protect you, who didn't cherish you, who didn't love you, who didn't value you, who didn't respect you like the fucking masterpiece you are. Forgive yourself for that. Let it go. Cut ties. Release them. Thank the universe for the lessons. Crawl into that hole. Crawl into that hermit mode. Bury yourself so that you can push through in the darkness, in the silence. Go inward and grow, 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 grow. Upwards, 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 and out to the light. No more cycling in a loop of unworthiness, of chasing, of grasping for love from an external source. You've got it. You carry it. You get to be the one to give it out to those around you. Because of who you are, you just suck it in. Turn your face to the light, receive it, and then give it out. Sorry. Okay. Perfection's an illusion. Every human is fallible and capable of making errors in judgment. Acknowledge and accept your shortcomings as they do not detract from your overall value. Your worth is neither your actions, nor is it your achievements. It is who you are at your core. It's just who you are. As vulnerable as the day you first drew breath. Never allow another to dictate your worth or allow yourself to believe that you are anything less than absolutely worthy. And your light aspects are admirable, enough, esteem, self-love. Shadow would be loathing, contempt, self-hatred, malcontent. The shadow aspects, self-hatred, that's what this person has. And that's why they suck this out of you at the cost of your self-worth. Because they can't give it to themselves. They can't get it for themselves because they don't understand the concept of being created perfectly and wonderfully made as a masterpiece. Valuable from just breathing and being. It's just inherent. Your worth is inherent. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to do anything. You just exist and you're wonderful. And your essence permeates every heart within a freaking 50-mile reach, right? Whatever. Your energy shifts people, lifts people up. You are valuable, you are precious, and you deserve to be valued. So closing the door on the past, taking a beat, taking a moment to go within and growing through this so that you can come out stronger on the other end. It says, each and every facet of me, even the not so shiny ones, bear witness to the person I am today. And this is associated with the base chakra. Though the lifespan of the ladybug, is relatively short, she makes the most of her life by allowing her beauty to shine for all to see, never once doubting her worthiness. Worthy. Pisces, you are enough just as you are. Remember that to bloom in your own way is to fulfill an exquisite purpose unlike any other. There will never be another you. You are a miracle. And with that, I bid you adieu. Adieu, adieu to you and you and you. I hope this message reaches whoever it needs to. And do fight for yourself. Fight for the little you in there. The little you who was abandoned. Who felt abandoned for whatever reason. Don't abandon her, him, whatever. Don't abandon the younger you for a cheap, watered down version of love. When you're connected to Source and you have love flowing through you already, you just have to open your eyes and see it. See it. Bring yourself down out of the clouds. Redirect your attention and focus to from the counterfeit to the real thing, which is not another person. Even though we have a soulmate coming in, the real deal is you. You're the real deal. And once you see that, there's no going back. Forgive yourself for this mistake or oversight. You made the best decisions you could with the information you were given at that point in time. That time is no longer now. It's past. It's gone. It's expired. It's on an alternate timeline. You're now stepping into a new timeline, your highest and best, most successful. Unplug, go within, fight your way out towards the light, and reemerge stronger and brighter than ever before. Mwah. You got this.